Right, okay. Are we ready to roll or not? No, probably not. Okay. Da. So you can use my walking frame. Now this will be take 3 in the morning. And what is up with you? Again? Can't remember the last time I sang a song 3 times in a row, but I mean, you know, I just want to get good versions of some of these ones that I've not played too much. Because I'm always writing new songs, you know, that G is a little bit out, isn't it? The older ones tend to go back down the pile a bit. This is a song I wrote back in 1986, and it's called Eye of the Needle. I wrote this about things I saw in London, other places as well, in 1980. That's kind of what I look like. That's me on my first day in the army there. I found it in a pile of paper, a lot of posters down there of Tina Turner, Bob Dylan, and some other people. And there I am there. 2043, beep, 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 Private Murphy P. I think it's about September 1976 there. 15 years old. Having lied about my age to join up. I just wait for my fingers to come back to life before I can start. And here I am now. 6th, 7th, I can't remember what the date is. Donald Trump got re-elected yesterday, put it that way. 2024. It seems like that. 1563. Just like that. This is a song about people that didn't really live to be much past 15. 3, 4. The day seems to break just as she gets used to the night time. She screams, for God's sake, I can't go through this many more times. She puts a needle in her arm and lies back. She's feeling so weary. She clutches her lucky charms as the ceiling grows distant and bleary. She shakes like a leaf that has been swept up in a typhoon. She prays for relief, prays the pain will subside soon. She feels herself start to float and she knows there's no one to guard her. Oh, God damn it. I'm so sorry, I can't do the walk to change the camera because of my legs. I was concentrating so hard on finding the vocal there. 3, 4. The day seems to break just as she gets used to the night time. She screams, for God's sake, I can't go through this many more times. She puts a needle in her arm and lies back. She's feeling so weary. She clutches her lucky charms as the ceiling grows distant and bleary. She shakes like a leaf that has been swept up in a typhoon. She prays for relief, she prays the pain will subside soon. She feels herself start to float, but each time it becomes harder. And all the ghosts start to gloat, and she knows that there's no one to guard her. Her arms turn to snakes, and her stomach is filled with revulsion. She starts to swell and shake. She's coming down racked with convulsions. Her body tries to be sick, but there's nothing inside her to come out. 2 years on this trick, and there's so many more like her about. She feels so sad and lost. She's 18 but looks 35. And so high is the cost, so young and so barely alive. Does she think of the friends who have died or playing this game? Does she think of the end? Does she look for someone to blame? Does she think of the days when it all seemed like fun and adventure? Before the future turned grey, lost in the mist of conjecture. Her blood runs like fire through veins so diseased and abused. And she thinks of the liars who said she had nothing to lose. Then her heart starts to race, and her breath comes in short, heavy gasps. And she feels God's embrace as he ends her addiction at last. I just need to lean against my walking frame a little bit and rest the legs before I can go and turn the camera off. I'm so sorry for the false start there, my friends. So I haven't said much since about, I used to sing all the time. I think I dropped at 89 or somewhere around there, I guess. The song was always played to a certain extent, like so you got it built up, you know, so it's not done. We lost a string. Musicians will have noticed I was trying to mute that dead string with my thumb as I went out through that. So as I say, you know, if you want to know what a bad day is the day you don't wake up, you know. So I always think of those song about people I met back in the early 80s, the very early 80s, yeah. They never lived to see a fraction of the amount of life I've lived. So, if we all think about others, just a fraction maybe, and if we all do that, then that means there's someone thinking about us as well. Can't be bad, huh? Thank you for your time, people. Take care of yourselves, alright? Ouch! So sorry. Should have done the microphone off.